Hello everyone, I'm Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have the Cadbury's Roses cake bars, Orange Cream. So basically this is a take on the Cadbury's Roses chocolate selection in cake bar form. Obviously the Orange Cream one, there's a various few creams in that and other flavours in that chocolate selection. I've done a review of that, I'm sure it'll appear in one of the corners by now. And they've also done a strawberry one, which I'll be reviewing after this one as well. So they've done these two. Just advertised on the back as well. So there we go, yeah. There we are, so there you go. So yeah, various few things going on. So before I continue on, of course, if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. It'd be great if you could. I mean, one of these corners, I never know which one it is. There's a link that's probably appeared now, and it'll be there throughout the video, just a little icon. Basically a playlist of all my other videos as well. There's about 500, almost 600 now, I think. Done various cake bar reviews as well, and chocolate reviews, all sorts. So feel free to check them out as well. Okay, but getting back to this, so basically, well, Cadbury's do quite a lot of cake bars, and a lot of companies do actually. They kind of do spin-offs of their own, well, different brands in cake bar form. M&M's, there's I think Hobnobs, probably Milky Ways, Mars, lots of companies do them. And to be honest with you, almost all the time, I think it's with maybe the exception of maybe one or two, they're usually very poor because all they are is a very bland, tasteless sponge with a bit of cream on top, and they rarely look like they do on the actual packaging as well. Usually there's a lot less filling, it's shaped stupidly, and you think, chocolate sponge or whatever sounds really nice, surely it's a winner, but no, generally it's pretty bland, so I'm a bit apprehensive, I think is the word to use. So the description: chocolate flavoured sponge with an orange flavoured topping covered in milk chocolate. So that's the description, so there we go. Why not try the lovely Cadbury's cakes? There you go. I've mentioned that they've showed the strawberry cream one as well. Well, strawberry dream one actually. This is the orange cream, and the other one's strawberry dream. And it's cream with an EME, not cream EAM. There is a difference actually in the official definition. I think I always forget this, but basically it's something along the lines of cream EAM is made with cream EME or something like that. They're not the same thing, and I don't know why they use cream EME here. It should be cream with EAM, I think. I'm quite sure of that. Because I think the other thing, it's something along, I'm not too sure. They might be synonymous really. But when I was reading up on it a while back, there was some kind of difference. One of them is used in the process, and one of them is a result of that being used, but something along those lines. But to be honest with you, it should be cream, EAM, basically. I think is the gist of it. So it kind of annoys me that that's there. But I mean, I don't know, if you have a take on it, please let me know. Okay, so what have we got here? So, what's it say there? Percentage per cake, okay. So there's 5 in here, so there's going to be a lot of space in this. There's always space as well, gappage in these. There's like a cardboard tray. So you've got these flourishes at the side, and you've got a gap in the tray as well. Which, and you kind of think, well, maybe that's to, suspension or whatever. I can hear it here. But that's obviously, you would have thought would damage them, not if they were scrunched together. And I've seen ones where they are close together, like Mr. Kipling French Fancies and things. So that's not an excuse. So basically, there's ripping us off again. And there's also gaps at the top as well. So it annoys me a lot with these cake bars. But anyway, so per cake, 5 in the bar, 5 in the pack, 110 calories, 5.6 grams of fat, 2.7 of which are saturates. There we go. These cakes do not contain dairy cream. It says in big letters. I don't know what. So maybe that's why they spell it differently. There you go. See, that's in this bit at the bottom here. So maybe that's why they spell it differently. Maybe it's to get around that. That could be why, I've always wondered, and I bet that's probably why. Well, there you go. So there definitely is a difference then, isn't there? And for whatever reason, they've been forced to say that they don't contain cream on it. And I reckon, to be honest with you, I reckon that's probably why they do spell it differently, to get around that, because otherwise it's false advertising or whatever. So there we go. Okay, interesting. Worth remembering that for next time and things. Okay, so there we go. Not much more to say. It looks quite nice. Got the typical Roses packaging on. I quite like it. Nice rose. What do you say? Flower. I'm gonna say bud then, but it's a flower, isn't it? Yes, it's nice. Yeah, looks okay. yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. If we need to give it an open, get in there and see just how much we're being ripped off by, and whether they taste nice as well. But we'll give them an open first and see what that says. Okay, let's do it. Okay, everyone, right, so we're going to give these an open now. So I was just explaining before that basically there's always gappage on the side and the top of these, and of course we've got the flourishes as well. So we're basically the whole thing, if I can feel with my finger, it's actually this thick here pretty much. So we're losing all that here, all that there, and about a good inch perhaps on there. So let's give them an open. Find out. And I'll just check my microphone is working while I'm doing that. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. So here we go. Okay. There's a nice orange smell as I take them out. But yeah, I mean you can see here. Look, I mean. Look at this here. So if we measure, I mean obviously there's a bit of cardboardage on the side there, but we'll give them that. I think we'll roughly give them that card because it has to be cardboard on one bit of it. So it's roughly 15.5. We'll say 16 centimeters is what it should be in width, but what the actual cardboard box is 18.7. So it should be about 16. It's 18.7. That's the cardboard box width. So that's 2.7 lost. And then of course if we add on all the rest of it here, so I'm just waiting to measure the other one. It's not been open yet, but they obviously are the same. Roughly, I won't exaggerate it. So it's about 22 centimeters. This one. So we've gone from 22 centimeters to 16, and I've given them half a centimeter here. And the width of the cardboard on the side. So yeah, so that's ridiculous, that isn't it? It's ridiculous. And as I was saying, if you stand them up, you can see there's still a bit of gappage here at the top as well. So I can fit pretty much my finger in there. And when you take the wrapper off as well, it'll be even less. So it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I hate the way they do this. And you should not be allowed to do it. You can almost fit another. You could possibly fit another one in there. To be honest with you, I think you probably could. Yeah, I'm not swishing up that much. I just pushed them. You could fit another one in there, I reckon. It'll be very close anyway. Okay, so there we go. So, right. So I guess I'll say these have got a flourish as well. Dear me, and you can even see, I think, roughly through the packaging. Actually, I don't know if you can make that out. But you can see through the packaging that it doesn't go all the way to the end. There's air in there to stop it scrunching too much. Okay. Packaging is very odd as well, I must say, just before we go any further. I mean, the fact it's very, I mean, obviously it's orange, you know, it's not, you know, but it's very radically different from the front of this, isn't it? I mean, you'd expect it to look a bit like this kind of design with a bit of orange on it. It's strange that it's just totally different. You know, it's as if there's nothing on it really. Yeah, I mean, just say chocolate flavoured sponge, orange flavoured topping, covered in milk chocolate. But it doesn't actually say orange cream or anything like that, does it? On it? It's just orange colour, so I don't know if it's just cheaper to just call it orange. I don't know. If you knew it was going to be pink. Okay, let's. Yeah, well, tell you what, let's measure with the flourishes then as well. So there's so many measurements to forget here, so you know. It's about. Let's say I'm not gonna. It's about 11 centimeters. Okay, so let's give it an open. Okay. It's a bit warm today, so it might be a bit melty. So it's 11 centimeters in the packaging. It's now roughly 7. So we've lost 4 centimeters there. And here we go, the ultimate test. I mean, you know, what more do I need to say anything there? It's an absolute farce, that, isn't it? It's a farce. So we're losing loads of space on the side, 5 centimeters in all it was pretty much. That was being lenient, or what's the word? Kind, I guess. There's no word, but I can't think what it was. Yeah. So yeah, and then of course up here as well. Look at this. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely crackers. I mean, this box, you know, should be so much thinner and shorter than it is to represent what's in it, and it's a joke. That's an absolute joke, that. Okay, right. So that's okay. So we gave it a measure of width. So we said about 7 centimeters, didn't we? 7 centimeters by 3, height-wise about 2.6, 2.7. Let's give it a cut down the middle. Well, I'll do it in a second actually. So you just see it looks quite nice as a. As I say, it's other than the size of it, it's okay. Flat on the bottom. Tyre tracks? No, no tyre tracks on the bottom from the treadmill. Well, not treadmill, conveyor belt. There's nothing there that I can see anyway. There might be subtle ones. Okay, let's cut it in half. So you can clearly see there's like a cream layer on the top as well. I don't even think that goes all the way to the edge. Okay, so I've cut it in half. Now obviously the chocolate's going to scrunch down a bit. But to be honest with you, that's not too bad compared to what it looks like on the front. I think my chocolate, because my knife's not totally sharp, it's scrunched the chocolate down a bit, so it's curved a bit. But we can see, so probably is not, I can't quite see what I'm showing you. There we go. Not too different. I mean, as I said, the chocolate on mine, the knife has pushed it down a bit. So I think that's probably quite accurate, actually. Okay, right. Well, let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, everyone, right, let's give this, right, what's it actually called then? Cadbury's Roses Cake Bar Orange Creme. Cream with EME, because there's no actual cream in it. There we go, so that's what we've up against. So let's give this a taste, and okay, let's do it. Smells quite nice. It's got an orange smell to it. I'll just cover my nose. Okay, let's do it. It's not bad actually, you know. Orange flavour is quite, there's a lot of it in here, and I think for once it's kind of worked. Yeah. There's quite a lot of sponge, I mean, you know, but it's not bad. The sponge is okay. So I think it's actually not too bad, this, you know. The flavouring's strong enough to carry it. And if I manually remove some of the chocolate so it's peeled back a bit. So you can see there as well, you are getting quite a lot of orange. I've peeled back the, you know, the chocolate a bit, so it's a bit exaggerated there. But you know, you're getting quite a lot there. And it's not too dissimilar to what's on the front. As I say, you've got to take into account that it's going to look more because I peeled back the top a bit, but it was lipping over the the chocolate was lipping over the cream a bit too much, so to emphasise it, I've removed it. But yeah, so it's not bad that, and I think this is the difference. A lot of other cake bars, you know, you don't get much filling actually. It's a lot less than you'd expect. I mean, it's still not loads in here, but it's strong enough flavour. It's nice. Can just take it off. Well, that's like I've done. The chocolate's okay as well. Nothing amazing, but it's there. It's not dead thick. You can see it's not overly thick. The sponge isn't too bad actually. It's not like massively moist or anything, but it's not a dry one. So good. It's a better sponge than a lot of these cake bars. So this one's actually not too bad a cake bar actually. All the size things aside, basically, you know, it's these bars. I think I just showed you before. It's so small in here, and you could easily probably fit another one in the box actually when you gently scrunch them together a bit. It's actually not too bad a taste. I'm quite impressed with that. As I say, cake bars go usually very bland, very boring. They've hardly any flavour in them. Sponge is usually quite dry and rubbish. The sponge isn't amazing in this one. It's more than 3/4 of the bar, it seems. And it's not great, but the orange flavour is strong enough and quite tangy enough to cater for that. Really, it works. The ratios are just right. Yeah, so it's not bad. I think the size of them and all that, really lets this down now. I mean, you know, it's hard to ignore that the packaging is so much bigger, grotesquely bigger than it needs to be. I mean, you've lost, you know, 5 centimeters at least in the width, and I don't think we measured it really, but it looked like a good 2 centimeters. You know, I think the bar was 7 centimeters? Could be wrong here, but yeah, so we lost at least, I would say about at least 3 centimeters you know, between 2.5 and 3 centimeters, I would say anyway, from height as well. So you consider that, you know, each bar's, you know, about 3 centimeters shorter than you'd expect it, and the whole pack is 5.5 centimeters or whatever it was, slimmer. It's crazy, really, and I think it's just a pretty obscene, that, to be honest with you. So I can't really ignore that when reviewing these. So I think, you know, normally I probably would give these a 4 normally, but I think I've got to knock it down a star. So I've got to, because of the packaging just being so. I mean, they're all like this in cake bars. Chocolate bars do it as well, but in this case, it's just obscene. Really, it's obscene. So I can't, you know, I can't ignore that. So it's going to be a 3 out of 5, I think, for these. But they're definitely some of the best cake bars out there, I would say. They're really nice. I really enjoy them, but the packaging is just obscene with them. It honestly is. It's you can't. There's no excuse. There's no excusing that. And I realise it's not done to do with the taste and things like this, but you can't buy them individually, as far as I know. They're always available in this pack of 5. So you're just being. It's just false advertising, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. It's a shame, really, because they're not some of the better cake bars, and you could be easily you know, made to think they're just going to be like all the others, because they don't look anything different, particularly on the front, other than the branding. But they're not bad. Well, at least this one anyway, these orange ones. So yeah, there we go. But probably would be a 4 if they could sort out the packaging, but I'm going to say 3 out of 5. Okay, guys, let me know what you think as well. Let me know, if you've experienced, what you think of these cake bars and, you know, the packaging. I mean, they're all like that, so, you know, but I can't, you know, I realise it's a level playing field perhaps, but, you know, I'm not going to let any of them get away with it by giving them a higher score than they deserve, really. So yeah, so let me know what you think. And subscribe, like my videos as well. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and leave a comment or free. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for everyone watching. I'll take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.